Hi, my name is Celine, and today I will tell you the story of Midnight and the Spider. Once upon a time, in a small town in the middle of a forest, there was a black cat named Midnight. Midnight was not like the other cats in town. He had green eyes that seemed to glow in the darkened fur as black as the night sky. One Halloween night, Midnight was out exploring the forest when he came across a spider who was spinning a web between two trees. The spider had a large round body and long legs that seemed to go on forever. "Hello, cat," the spider said in a soft voice. "What brings you out on this spooky night?" Midnight wasn't scared. He was used to spooky nights and strange encounters, but he was curious about the spider. "Just exploring," he said. "What are you doing?" "I'm spinning my web," the spider said, pointing to the complicated web that shined in the moonlight. "It's a special web that will capture the spirits that wander the forest on Halloween night." Midnight felt a shiver run down his spine. He had heard stories of the spirits that explored the forest on Halloween night, and he knew how dangerous it could be. "That sounds dangerous," he said. "You should be careful." The spider laughed. "Don't worry about me, cat. I am a master at capturing spirits. And besides, I have something that will protect me." With that, the spider pulled out a small silver charm that shined in the moonlight. "This will keep me safe from any harm." Midnight was impressed. He had never seen anything like it before. "Can I have one too?" he asked. The spider hesitated for a moment before nodding. "I supposed I could give you one," she said. "But you must promise me that you will not use it to harm anyone." Midnight promised, and the spider gave him a small silver charm just like hers. As they said their goodbyes and went on their separate ways, Midnight felt grateful to have met such a wise and powerful creature. But as he walked back to the town, something strange began to happen. His vision became blurry, and his head felt heavy. His paws began to tingle, and he felt a strange, otherworldly energy coursing through his body. Suddenly, he realized that the charm the spider had given him was not meant for cats. It was a charm for spiders, and it had transformed him into one. Now, Midnight was a black cat in a spider's body. He was able to spin webs and capture insects, but he could not talk to other cats anymore. He was stuck in his new form and did not know how to turn back. But Midnight was not one to give up easily. He set out to find the spider again, hoping that she could help him turn back into a cat. After searching for hours, he finally found her, spinning her web between two trees. "Spider," Midnight called. "I need your help. The charm you gave me has turned me into a spider, and I don't know how to turn back." The spider looked at him with pity in her eyes. "I am sorry, cat," she said. "That charm was not meant for you. It was meant to protect me from cats like you who might try to harm me." Midnight felt tears prick at his eyes. He did not want to be a spider forever. He wanted to be a cat again, with his black fur and green eyes. "Please," he said, "isn't there anything you can do?" The spider thought for a moment before nodding. "There is one thing," she said, "but it's risky." Midnight was willing to take the risk. "What do I need to do?" Midnight asked. The spider explained that there was a powerful witch who lived deep in the forest, and she might be able to help him. But the witch was known to be dangerous and unpredictable, and no one ever went to her unless they had no other choice. Midnight hesitated for a moment before making his decision. He knew he had to try, no matter what the cost. With the spider's guidance, Midnight set out on a long and tiring journey through the forest. He faced many dangers along the way, including a pack of hungry wolves and a swarm of angry bees. But he never gave up. He really wanted to be a cat again. Finally, after many days of wandering through the forest, Midnight arrived at the witch's cottage. The cottage was old and weathered, with ivy growing up the sides and a crooked chimney smoking in the cool autumn air. Midnight approached the door, feeling nervous and unsure. He knocked 3 times, and the door opened to reveal a witch, a tall figure dressed in black robes and a pointed hat. "What do you want?" she growled, eyeing Midnight with suspicion. "I need your help," Midnight said, his voice shaking. "I have been turned into a spider, and I don't know how to turn back." The witch cackled. "A cat turned into a spider? How amusing! But why should I help you?" Midnight pleaded with the witch, telling her about the charm and how he had been transformed against his will. He begged her to help him, promising anything she wanted in return. The witch stroked her chin thoughtfully, considering Midnight's offer. Finally, she nodded. "Very well," she said. "I will help you, but you must promise to do me a favor in return." "You will know what it is when the time comes." Midnight agreed, grateful for the witch's help. She made a powerful potion, and after drinking it, Midnight felt a strange sensation wash over him. His spider body began to shrink, and his fur began to grow back. He felt his green eyes return, and he knew that he was a cat again. "Thank you," he said, feeling overwhelmed with gratitude. "I will do anything you want in return." The witch cackled again. "Do not worry about it, cat. The favor I want from you is simple. I am just an old woman who likes to be alone. I need you to deliver a message to the other animals in the forest. Tell them that I am not to be trifled with, and that they should stay out of my way." Midnight nodded, knowing that he had no choice but to agree. He set out on his journey back to the town, feeling a sense of relief and happiness wash over him. He was a cat again, with all of his old abilities and skills. As he walked through the forest, he thought about the spider and how he had gotten himself into this mess. On one hand, he thought he would have been much better not to have asked for the charm at all. But on the other hand, he had learned a valuable lesson about repairing mistakes. He had been brave, summoned up his courage to face the scary witch, and found a way to return to his cat farm. He could be a little proud of himself. When he returned to the town, he was greeted by the other cats, who were overjoyed to see him again. Now, every Halloween night, all the cats in the town would gather around Midnight as he would tell his adventures in the forest, and the dangerous witch, and how he was once turned into a spider, and that it was his fearlessness that made him turn back into Midnight, the cat.